Can changing your mindset change your life? Good question, right? Some people believe life only changes when something outside of them changes, like a new job opportunity, an exciting relationship, or maybe a raise in salary. A lot of times a new move into a new town or a fresh start. Others believe everything begins with mindset, the way you think, the way you speak to yourself, the way you interpret your life. So, what's actually true? Does life only change when your situation changes? Or can your entire life shift just by changing how you think? Today we're going into that question, honestly, because if mindset really does shape your life, then your understanding it changes everything about how you move forward. You're listening to or watching Power and Purpose Within. I'm Kori Burgess, and this is a space for people who are learning how to stop surviving life and start understanding life. Here we talk about emotional healing, self-worth, personal growth, and mindset. But more than anything, we talk about awareness, because the way you think quietly becomes the way you live. And today we're breaking that down in a simple, real way. No pressure. Don't look for perfection. Just give yourself honesty and truth. So let's start with what mindset really is. Let's clear something up first of all. Mindset is not positive thinking. It's not pretending things are just fine. And it's not forcing yourself to just be positive. Mindset is how you interpret your life. It's the meaning you assign to what happens to you. Two people can experience the exact same situation and walk away with completely different beliefs about themselves. One person says, I can't do this. And the other says, I'll learn how. Same situation, different mindset, different direction. And this matters more than people realize, because your mindset influences how you make decisions, how you respond to challenges, what you believe you deserve in life, and what you believe is possible for you. So important. So no, mindset is not just a thought pattern. It's a direction setter. That's right. It sets your direction. So let's talk. The hidden barrier is fixed thinking. Fixed thinking. Most people don't realize how much their life is shaped by fixed thinking. Here is what fixed thinking sounds like. Ready? This is just how I am. I never get it right. Things don't change for me, or I'm not that kind of person. Does any of that sound familiar to you? Yeah, well, without noticing it, those thoughts become your limiting beliefs. Because if you believe change isn't possible, you stop trying. If you believe you always fail, you stop taking risks. If you believe your life won't shift, then guess what? You stop making different choices. And over time, your thoughts start shaping your behavior, and your behavior shapes your life. You see that pattern? Not because you're stuck, but because your thinking has been repeating the same story, and your life starts to follow that story. Sad, but true. So can mindset actually change your life? Yeah, it can. Here's the honest answer, but not in a magical way, in a practical way. Because when your mindset shifts, your behavior shifts. And when your behavior shifts, your life starts to shift. So I'm going to break this down simply for you. If you change how you see yourself, you start making different choices. If you start believing change is possible, you start trying again and again. And if you stop believing you're stuck, you start moving differently. Mindset doesn't replace action, it drives action. And action is what creates results. So the change doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small layers. I'm always talking about layers, right? Here are the layers: thoughts, choices, patterns, results. That's how life shifts, quietly, gradually, consistently. Thoughts, remember that. We're going to talk about these layers, okay? So how do you actually change your mindset? Let's keep it simple and real. Number one, notice your inner language. Pay attention to what you actually say to yourself, not to judge it, just to hear it. Hear it clearly, because awareness is the beginning of change. Okay? Number two, question your automatic thoughts. What do you default to in your thoughts? Ask yourself, is this actually the truth, or is this just familiar? Because becoming familiar with things often feels like truth, but it's not always accurate. Number three, introduce new thoughts on purpose with intention, not fake positivity, just more open thoughts like, what if this could work? What if I'm capable of more than I thought? What if this isn't the end of my story? Your what ifs can be the soft challenge to think differently, thinking about yourself and your possibilities in a better light. Number four, match thinking with action to your thoughts. Do something to prove it. Maybe write down your next moves, or call someone to commit to it, or just imagine you living that thought in action. Because mindset, it doesn't change in isolation. It changes when you act differently. Even small actions build new beliefs, and new beliefs strengthen new identities. This is how mindset actually shifts, not overnight, but through repetition and awareness. Be aware. Okay, let's wrap this up. Here's a dose of encouragement for you. Your life doesn't change just because you think differently. However, your life does start to change when your thinking changes your choices, and your choices change your direction. Then, of course, your direction changes your life. And that happens over time. So no, mindset's not the entirety, but it is the beginning of everything. Because before your life shifts externally, it always bursts internally. In the quiet way, you begin to think differently about yourself. And that changes what you're willing to do next, the actions. And when you do those actions, you start seeing the success. Okay, let's slow this down. Take a breather. Here's a simple challenge for this week. Pick one of these. Notice your thoughts without judgment for one day, or catch one limiting belief and question it. Here's one. Replace just one "I can't" with "what if I try?" Or try this one. Take one small action you've been avoiding, because mindset doesn't change in theory, it changes in practice. Always remind yourself that small shifts matter more than big pressure. Okay? Action. If this conversation felt personal for you, I want to invite you into something I created for this exact moment, my 30-day personal growth challenge. This is not about becoming a different person. It's about coming back to yourself. Each day, be patient with yourself, your words, and your thoughts. You'll learn how to notice your thoughts more clearly. You'll understand your patterns without judgment, which is really important, and slowly shift the way you respond to your life. Because real change doesn't come from pressure. It comes from awareness. Practice consistently. So I'm giving you this challenge, and it's designed to help you do exactly that, gently, honestly, daily. Now, if you feel ready for that kind of shift, you'll find the 30-day personal growth challenge in the episode description. You don't have to do it perfectly. Just stay consistent and connected to yourself while you do it in your quiet time. Oh, and if you don't have any quiet time, well, that's the beginning for you, isn't it? Get yourself some quiet time. So important. Okay, let's merge this message. You don't change your life by forcing everything around you to be different. You change your life by changing the way you see what's already in front of you. When your mindset shifts, your life quietly starts to follow. Remember this, you are not lost. You are becoming aware again. And that, my friend, changes everything. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you on the next episode.